Today is a different day. We are in the garden, but we're not going to talk about, well, we are going to talk about the garden, but not so much as vegetables. So you see behind me, I have two greenhouses. And like I said before in my last video, we are a single family income, or single income family. I guess that's how I should say it. My husband is the one that works and I stay home. I take care of the house, the garden, the food, and all of that, all the good yummy stuff. But well, anyways, and we've always done that from the very beginning. We've been married for 31 years and we've been this way for 31 years. As soon as when we got married, my husband asked if I wanted to work or stay home. He gave me that option and I decided to and I chose to stay home, and I've never regretted it. And he has never let me regret it. He's always been thankful for the things I do for the house. But being that said, we didn't have all the best things and we didn't have all the money. We made a lot of sacrifices but that's okay. So when we had the greenhouses back here at the farm, but when my mom sowed those, I lost all my greenhouses, which was fine. That was, I used it in the very first video. If you go back to the very beginning of the YouTube channel, you will see me in the big greenhouse, and that was the greenhouses that I used that my mom allowed me to use. But they were made for float beds. They were made for the water. They wasn't made for what we were trying to use them for. So when she sowed them, it was okay because my vegetables did good in it, but it really wasn't, the size weren't big enough, tall enough, so we had trouble with the breeze coming in and all that good stuff. But that's, who wants to talk about the past, right? We're talking about the future. We're talking about you today. So I found this greenhouse on Amazon and it was $200. And I'm like, is a $200 greenhouse really going to be worth my money? So I sit there and I looked at it. I put it in my cart. I went back and forth. I prayed about it. I asked God, should I do it? I talked to my husband. I was like, what do you think? And he's like, well, he said, well, we can get it and we can try it. If it lasts us for 1 year, you'll get your money's worth out of it. So we bought it. It came in and it sit in the box for a couple months, because of the winter and the weather. So what was it? February, we had a real pretty winter. I say it was It was February and we had an unusually warm week. So we decided to put up the greenhouse, and here it is. Can you see it, Michaela? Through the shade cloth? So this little greenhouse is a 10 by 20, and it's 6.5 feet long, tall, sorry. So this greenhouse is 10 foot wide, 20 foot long, and it's 6.5 feet tall at the very top. This greenhouse, I was like, okay, this will probably do enough. When I made it, we put it together, I was actually really shocked at the quality of the greenhouse. So Michaela, come on over. Yes. So I was really shocked at the quality, but it's really thick, durable plastic. It's they had two options. You could get the door or you could get the roll-up curtain door with the wide. I don't know. I really liked the door, and I thought I would like the doorknobs and the latching of the door instead of the roll-up. But I don't know. I think I would almost rather have the roll-up because I have a hard time in the wind that we have to keep the door open. But Michaela, if you pan out and see the garden, I grew all of this food, all of this in this tiny greenhouse, plus more. So a $200 greenhouse can get you a year's worth of food. The first thing I done before I put my greenhouse up is I got some ground cover. This is just black plastic ground cover because, like I've said in many of my videos and my Facebook posts, I grow really good grass. I grow weeds really good. I struggle with flowers and I struggle with plants, vegetables, but grass I don't struggle. I struggle to keep the grass out of my stuff. So I put the ground cover down first. That's the first thing I done. And I'll link all of these down below in the video. So if you see the ground cover, the staples and stuff like that, I'll have them linked. Even the greenhouse, I'll link this. This is a greenhouse I got at it's a greenhouse that I got off of Amazon and it was delivered in 2 days. So, but I put the ground cover down first. I'll put the links down below for you to see what you can find. You don't have to buy from this link or whatnot. I'm not doing this to make money or to anything like this. I want you to know that you can do what I do on a budget. You can make a year's worth of groceries or vegetables in a $200 greenhouse. And I would have said if somebody had told me this back in the winter, hey, you can buy a $200 greenhouse and you can get a year's worth of groceries out of it or vegetables out of it, I would have said, you know what? You are silly. There's no way a 10 by 20 greenhouse could make enough vegetables for me to have a year's worth of vegetables. But you know what? It worked and it done it. So this is my seed greenhouse. I put the black plastic down and then I bought these staples. These are ground staples. This is what I put these are 8 inches long. I had 6 and 8. But this is what you put the black plastic down, the black ground cover down with. And then I come back and we built the greenhouse. Now this greenhouse had the extra support. So you have your post and then you had like an extra support. And we really wanted that extra support. When we got the greenhouse put up, before we put the plastic down, we stapled it with these ground staples. So all the metal bars frame around the bottom, we nailed it down with these. Because we live in Kentucky and if the wind's not blowing, it's not a day, is it? Because the wind blows all the time here. And actually we have had 3 storms when the wind got up to over 80 miles an hour since we've had this put up here. So we put the ground staples in, then we put the plastic down over it, and then I stapled the ground staples into it too. That's how we built the greenhouse. We put the ground cover here, we built the frame, we put the staples down, and then we stapled the plastic too. Now, when I go outside, I'll show you. We put a ratchet strap. We actually have 2 dog ties screwed into the ground with a big ratchet strap. We did do that extra to keep it from blowing away. But I think with the ground staples, it wouldn't blow away anyways. But that's just extra security for me because, this is my babies and it had my babies in it, my seeds in it. So, but that's just the extra step that we took. My husband made these tables for me. He just made them out of 2x4s and 4x4s. And then we put dog netting or chicken wire on top. That way I could set my trays on. And then we did purchase some heat mats because we did get some cold weather. But this is just extra that you don't have to have. You can put them on the ground. And I was going to put them on the ground. But you can literally you don't even have to have the ground cover. You can just use a tarp. Just get you a tarp. It's a 10 by 20. They have different sizes, but you can just get a tarp and put it on the ground and just, you can make it work. You do you, and you can make it work. Whatever you need to do to make it work to grow food, you can make it work. I mean, I thought I needed a $7,000 greenhouse, and I was looking at them, and I'm like, how can I do this? We can't do this. And I was trying to work it out in my budget. How could I do this? We are trying our hardest to be debt free, and I was like, well, and I try to even talk to my husband, hey, can we take a loan out to get a $7,000 greenhouse for me to grow food? And my husband was like, how is that helping us? I'm like, well, I get to grow food, but it's not, you watch YouTube and you watch these people and they have these big, long, fancy greenhouses, and they have, and I'm like, I'm supposed to be doing that. I just couldn't do it. There was no way. So I found this one. I was like, hey, let's make it work. And it did. And it worked beautifully. And I'm just telling you, and that's why I'm making this video. I know I'm rambling on and I'm talking a lot, but I'm just going to let you know that you can grow your food in a $200 greenhouse. You can do it. This was perfect for the little seeds and grow the seeds and made them big seeds. And I wish I took pictures and had it, y'all come in here when it was full, because it was full. I used every inch. Had all the tables full. I had the ground over here full. It was full. So let me go show you what the other house was. Okay. So right now, this house is actually my storage house. I'm using this for storage, so it's got dual purpose. We talked about taking the plastic off, that way we can save it, but we actually bought a shade cloth and we just put the shade cloth on, and now this is my tool shed, so for the summer. So it's right here at the garden, so it really, really works. It's really handy to be so it's multi-purpose. And my husband's wanting to use it for our meat birds. Okay, so as you see, I have another one. I have a green one. So as you walked around, you see the side of that one, but now I have a green one. That one worked so well and so good that my husband said, hey, we can get you another one if you want to put another one down, because I wanted a greenhouse to grow my food in. I had a place for my seeds, but I wanted a greenhouse to grow my food because I want to get ahead of the game, and I want to have food during the winter time. That's just something I want to do because I want to have fresh vegetables all year round. And now I could have waited and put them in there, and I made that just transition. But because I filled that one up with flowers for the whole family, so I grow vegetables, and I grew a lot of flowers, a lot of zinnias, dahlias, marigolds, petunias. I grew a lot of those because, all of us together as a family, we all want flowers, and flowers can be expensive. So I did a lot of flowers in there too. But if I hadn't done the flowers, I probably would have had room to do this in there, but not to this extent. So I probably would have had to, but I went ahead and grew the flowers. But I talked to my husband, and he said we had time. God's been so good. So we had enough money in the budget extra, and this actually was my Valentine present. No, was it my Valentine present? I think it was. This was my Valentine present. So we got this, and now this is the same company, same greenhouse, but it's green. It's 10 feet wide. It's 6.6 high, but this one's 25 feet long. And I actually got it on sale and had a coupon, and I got this one the same price as that one because they had it on sale. So then it's 5 foot longer. This one is my greenhouse that I'm growing food. I have small raised beds in here, and I can grow my food. So you can do this one in that one too. You don't have to have two. You can have one. But this is where I have my cucumbers, and I have my green beans, and I have my eggplants, and then I have my tomatoes. Look how tall my tomatoes are. So I have my tomatoes, I have peppers, I have squash, my green beans need to be watered, but I have peppers, I have squash, I have strawberries. Everything needs to be watering in here. I water at night, and I didn't water last night because it was pouring down rain. So, but kids missed one. So this is a greenhouse that I got the green because it was I thought it was going to be low, and it is. It's supposed to be less ultraviolet light coming through, but it's still really hot on the plants in here. So I put a shade cloth over it too, and that really helps out. We've had so much rain in here that I put a fan out to make it have some air circulating in here. So that works too. But this is what I done with a $200 greenhouse. Now everything is watered. Okay, so there you go. There's the greenhouse, a $200 greenhouse. I just wanted to come on here and let you know that God is so good, and God will hear and answer your prayers. And I was praying for a greenhouse. I really was. I was praying for a greenhouse. I said, Lord, I want to be able to have vegetables for my family year round. And we live in Kentucky, and we do have a long growth season, but we have some harsh winters too here. And I really wanted that. And I just didn't know how it was going to work out and how I was going to do it. And I kept praying. But as I was praying, I was looking at the $5,000 and $7,000 greenhouses. I was. And I mean, and then, just then, I heard God say, look on Amazon. And I did. And that's when I saw this $200 greenhouse. And I was like, there's no way I could do what I needed to do in a $200 greenhouse. But you know what? God provided, and I allowed him, and it was God's timing, God's choosing, not me. When you get self out of the way, it's amazing what God does. So I bought with my husband. After we prayed about it, we decided to buy it. And I'm telling you, I'll never look back. We bought this $200 greenhouse, and it's been amazing. It's done everything that our family needed it to do. It's actually done so much that it's done enough flowers for everybody. It's done enough cabbage and broccoli for the whole family. It's done tomatoes. It's going to feed the whole family, and not just my family, my whole family. So if you want to do and have enough, and you feel like, how am I going to do it? If you are like me and wanting to do this, and you just don't know if there's a way, I'm telling you there is. I'll leave this link below. There will be the greenhouse that I have. There'll be a link below for the Amazon. Now, I'm not telling you have to go buy it. I'm not saying that. But I'm just showing you there's a way. You don't have to have a lot of money to provide food for your family. You can do it on a single income like I did. We live on a strict income because we don't want debt, and we done this, and you can too. Well, I hope this blesses you. I hope this gives you enlightenment. I hope this encourages you, because it was encouraging to me. And I mean, we bought it and we put it up, and I said, there's no way. There's no way. And after it made it through the first 80-mile-hour storm, and the door stayed on and all this, then we were like, okay, my husband said, you can buy another one to put the food in. So, all right. Well, I hope this encourages you. and I hope you have a blessed day. I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Bye, little Clifty family.